What's happening, everyone? I'm Allie Burns from Picks Parlays. And with me, as always, I've got Scott Reichel. We're here for the NFL Primetime Prop Drop for your Saturday, January the 14th. Scott Reichel, yesterday was a bad beat of player props, man. It was an 0-4 day, but I don't even think you can be blamed for that. It wasn't bad picking, it was just bad situations. Explain what happened.
Well, the Aaron Gordon play was awful, so I'll get that out of the way. That wasn't even close. Now, for the Valanciunas one, we had under half a three-pointer. He attempted one in the entire game, and he made one, of course, because why not? And then our other two players got injured. We had Kevin Porter Jr., who was on pace for a decent game. He got injured. And Halliburton had 7 assists with like 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. That would have gotten there. And then he got injured too. Now he's on crutches. So 2 of my players got injured, and it wasn't exactly a fun time last night.
It happens. It happens sometimes, right? That's why they let us bet on this stuff, because even when you think you got it dialed in, weird stuff happens in the wild world of sports. If you guys are looking for me, I'm Allie Burns. You can find me at Plus Money Honey. And if you're looking for more of Scott Reichel's picks, Scott, tell them what it's all about.
You can find on my Twitter at Reichel Radio, all free. Have the Winners and Whiners page on YouTube where I post a free pick every night. Besides that, I was on the NFL show this week, so if you want some previews for the Super Wild Card Weekend or whatever you want to call it, check that video out. But besides that, a bunch of podcasts. You can find it all on my Twitter.
Beautiful. All right, so check that out. Give us a like, sub, ring that bell, and here we go. We're starting off with the Seahawks.
So I'm going to go with the team total in this one. I'm not sure if I've ever given out a team total before, but I still like the prop here. I like the under 16.5 for Seattle. This team offensively this season in the 2 meetings did nothing against the 49ers, scored less than 14 points in each of the 2 regular season meetings. Seattle offensively also not great to end the year. They made the playoffs, but they did score less than 17 points in regulation in 3 of their last 4 games. Plus the weather is supposed to be horrible, supposed to be a 90% chance of rain. 10-mile-per-hour winds, and we know the Niners are great against the run. Seattle's had 2 chances to score against this team or do well offensively. They're 0 for 2. I don't think it's suddenly going to change the third time around on the road in a playoff game. Give me Seattle team total under. I think they finished somewhere around 10 or 13.
All right, there it is. Up next, we've got Elijah Mitchell.
So everyone's going to take McCaffrey over. I'm going to pivot a little bit and take his backup. I'm going to take Elijah Mitchell over. He's missed a decent amount of time this season, but when he has played, he has been pretty solid. He's had at least 41 rushing yards in 4 of his 5 games this season. Did come back last week off of injury, had 5 carries for 55 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Cardinals. So we know that Shanahan's not afraid of kind of balancing out McCaffrey and Mitchell. McCaffrey getting most of the work, but I do think Mitchell should get a decent amount of run, and Seattle was allowing 150.2 rushing yards per game in the regular season, which was the 3rd most in the league. I already mentioned the bad weather. I see a lot of running plays. I think Mitchell gets a decent amount of work. I'll take the over 36.5.
All right, Geno Smith. This is my fantasy quarterback all season long. He rocked for me, but in this case, might be a little bit different of an outcome. What do you got going on?
Yeah, this one has a lot of juice, but I'm still going to take it. It's going to be Geno Smith interception. He's thrown at least 1 interception in 5 of the last 7 games. He also threw 1 in each of the 2 regular season meetings against San Francisco. There's one caveat, though. The interception he threw in the second one didn't count because there was a roughing the passer penalty.
I had that as my last Woody standing play. I remember that.
I believe I gave that out as well for that Thursday night game.
I took it, and I loved it.
The point is he did throw an interception. He just got bailed out by the ref. So Geno's been a bit careless with the football. He threw 2 last week against the Rams. We know that if the Niners, as 9.5, 10-point favorites, are going to be up by a lot, you're probably going to see Geno throw the ball a lot in bad weather. That's not a good recipe. I'll take the interception at minus 150.
All right, last one for the round. We got Keenan Allen.
So I have one that's not on the 49ers and Seahawks game. Looking at the Chargers and Jaguars game, going with Keenan Allen over 73.5 receiving yards. He's been really, really good whenever he's been healthy. And to go through the numbers, he's had at least 86 receiving yards in 5 of the last 6 games. He's also had at least 104 yards in 2 of the last 3 games, including Week 18, when the Chargers were using all their starters for some reason. I'm not really sure why. But the point is Keenan Allen is healthy. And we know that when he's healthy, he's really, really good. Jacksonville secondary, not great. I think that Herbert targets him a lot. Mike Williams also banged up, so they might lean into Keenan Allen more. 73.5, though, seems very low. I like the over.
He was also on my fantasy team this year.
How'd your team do, by the way?
I went to the championship game and I lost.
Okay.
So, but I still finished with the best record. I was 10-5-1, I think, or something like that.
I'm going to ask you this, though. Did your league play for money or bragging
No,
rights?
it was my parlay group. All my ladies, the parlays.
So you don't even get bragging rights. You get nothing.
I get nothing.
That's okay.
And then I came in like pretty last in the picks and parlays fantasy football one, but that wasn't the team that I picked. They got like auto drafted. The team I picked ended up doing pretty.
You got a good draft pick for next season. You know,
yeah,
you were tanking. So
tanking, exactly. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching the Primetime Prop Drop. We'll see you again next week with even more player props. Good luck, everybody.